You like boxing? Then this is a channel for you guys, because I speak the truth. I feel bad, guys. I feel bad because, Wilder realistically has about 5 good years left in him. Because what does Wilder depend on more than anything besides his punching power? His athleticism. Deontay Wilder is a fighter that uses his speed, his athleticism to help him evade and get away from shots. If you look at the way he fights, just look at when he fought Luis Ortiz. Look at him throughout his whole career. He'll literally have his hands up and use his upper body and his legs to move and get out of the way of a big punch. The way he was doing against Ortiz. The way he's done in several fights. He's very dependent on his athleticism. Now, when it comes to boxing, fighters who only depend on athleticism and who are not technically sound, the minute their athleticism dims down and slows down, they end up getting their ass whooped. Because the fighters who go on to have a long, lengthy career and who go on to be still successful when they're in, their late 30s, sometimes even early 40s, are fighters that are normally technical, really good technically. Look at Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins was always he was a technician. Look at how long he was able to fight at the highest level of boxing. Look at Juan Manuel Marquez. He was always a technician. Look at how long he was able to fight at the highest level of boxing. Floyd Mayweather Jr., technician. Look at how long he was able to fight. When it comes to Wilder, he is not a technical good fighter. He is I would say maybe a little below average. But he really depends on his athleticism. So the minute he starts getting older, is going to be the minute it's going to be a lot easier for him and for his opponents to land on him. Because even now, while he's still young, he's being able to get hit. So imagine when he slows down and he's not able to get out of the way with his foot speed and his reflexes. It's going to be so much easier for his opponents to hit him and basically hurt him. Look at Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. in his prime always depended on his athleticism. The minute his speed vanished and the minute he got old, what happened? He started getting knocked out every single time. He got knocked out literally like 3 times in a row. At this point, he's been knocked out like 10 times or several times. But the minute he was always good at being so fast and so quick on his feet that he could get away and evade punches. The minute he slowed down, the minute Father Time caught up, he became stationary and he started getting hit, beat up, and basically knocked out cold. Deontay Wilder right now is already more than halfway at the end of his career. He's about 32, 33 now, which means it's during the next 5 years, it's going to be the time where you're going to see his speed diminish. I'm telling you right now, you're going to see his speed diminish because, again, look at every athletic fighter. Every time, the minute they start getting older, the minute they start slowing down, it's around this age when they're in their mid-30s. That's when it really starts, depleting, and they start really losing that edge, that those reflexes, and then they start getting beat up, and then that's when they really start getting knocked out. So this is why I hope that Deontay Wilder fights Anthony Joshua before this starts happening, because again, I won't be surprised if 5 years from now Wilder is looked at as a shot fighter, because he is really dependent on his reflexes, on his athleticism. The minute that slows down, he won't have the boxing IQ and the boxing technique to be able to compete at the highest level, because right now he doesn't have it. And what helps him out and what bails him out is always his punching power and it's always his athleticism. But once the athleticism is gone, he's just going to have to rely on his punching power. And it's going to be more difficult for him to compete at the highest level of boxing, and it's going to be more easy for these fighters to catch him.